Hello everyone. If you are a Flutter developer, then you know that releasing your application, your iOS application to TestFlight might be time consuming, error prone, and might suffer from inconsistencies if you are working within a team. Let me explain to you. But before, I want to tell you that in this video, I am offering you a possible solution to automate these manual steps so that you save your time, make your release process less error prone, and make your release process consistent as well if you are working within a team. I'm not going to use a CI/CD solution for this, rather a local solution which builds your IPA and uploads it to TestFlight manually, but you can easily extend this setup to make it work in a CI/CD environment. So let's start. First of all, why should we even bother and automate this task? Let's see, if you want to do it manually, what you will need to do. You will need to run this command which builds your IPA file, and you should give it the build name and build number. And if you are using multiple environments, you would also like to give it the main entry point of your application. After this command is executed successfully, you will need to run this command from the Flutter documentation to upload your built IPAs to App Store Connect. You need to give it the path to the IPA files. You need to provide it with the API key name and with the issuer ID. So first of all, let's say that you forget to give it the build name, then this will be an error prone command. And let's say that you give it a wrong target main file, then this will be also an error prone command. And if you are working within a team and one of your team members does not give it the correct main file, you would have wrong IPAs uploaded to App Store Connect. This is one of the examples of why this manual approach is error prone and inconsistent. And as of regarding time consuming, you will need first to run this command and then wait it to be successful and then run this command. So it's time consuming to wait for the first command instead of being able to just run one command in a fire and forget mode. So enough of the reasons we need to automate this task. Let's go to the automation. I have set up a new Flutter project right here. It's a normal Flutter project created using the Flutter create command. And I have created a folder called scripts in which we will write and save our script. I have created a folder called upload to TestFlight so that if we have other scripts, we don't conflict with them. Here is our script. I already written it in this project. I will not talk about the very much details about how I wrote this script because it's not in the scope of this tutorial to teach you how to write bash scripts. I will just go to this function which is called inside the script and which will do the actual building of the IPA and uploading of the IPA. As you can see, this function will run this command, which is the same one you would have to run manually, but it will give it the iOS version name and iOS build number as it have parsed them before. And now I will tell you from where it is parsing them. And then it will automatically run the upload command, and it will also give it the API key and the issuer ID as variables from where it has parsed them before. So first, regarding the iOS version name and iOS build number, it has parsed them from a file called versions. So you need to create at the root of your project, you need to create a file called versions, and inside it you should place the versions as key value pairs. So the iOS version number equal and put your iOS version number, and iOS build number and put your iOS build number. And regarding the API key and the issuer ID, These are, as you can see, saved here inside files inside the same directory as the script. So you need to create, aside from the script, you need to create this issuer ID file, which is a plain file, and the API key name file, which is a plain file. You can just create it like this, API key name, and you press enter, but I already created it, and you place the values inside them. Now, how do you get an API key and an issuer ID? This is by going to Apple Developer Console, App Store Connect, and you find your issuer ID right here. And regarding the API key, you can click on create right here, give your key a name and give it an access. You can write just developer, it will be enough, and you click on generate. I will not generate it now because I already generated some keys. When you generate it for the first time, you will see a blue download button here. You can download the key only one time, so make sure you are ready when you download it. Then you press on download and save it somewhere on your PC. And note this key ID for later use. After you download the key, you will need to go to your home folder on your computer. For example, this is my home folder, and you need to create a hidden folder called .appstore connect, and inside that you need to create a folder called private keys, and inside this private keys you put the key. I have put the key here. As you can see, the first part here where I am pointing is the name of the key, which I just told you to note down. This is the key ID or key name. We will copy it and we will go to our project, and in the API key name file we will just paste it. No trailing spaces, no trailing anything, no other characters, only the key. And in the issuer ID, we will also paste the issuer ID as it is without any additional characters. At the end, we will have this script, the issuer ID file, the API key name file, and the versions file. So as you can notice, we will not be using the version in the pubspec.yaml. We will be using this versions file to build and release our application. And let's say now that you made some changes to your code and you want to release a new version. All you have to do is come to this versions file, change the version. Let's say that you fixed a bug. You put it 1.0.1 and build number, increase it by 1, for example, and you execute the script. If you are on Mac, you can execute it like this: shell execute. You give it the path, which is scripts, upload to TestFlight, and upload to TestFlight.sh. If we press enter, it will give us an error because it needs also just one argument, which is the path to the project root. So let me give it project root, and I'm going to give it this way. I'm going to print our current working directory and give the output to the command. So if I press enter right now, you will see that it automatically detected the build name and the build number and the target main folder, main file, and it's starting to build our API, and after that it will upload it to the store. Of course, this time it will not succeed because I do not have a provisioning profile for this application, as it is a demo application, but you already get the point. You now have to write only one command in a fire and forget fashion, instead of writing two commands and waiting each one to finish in order to start the other. Thank you very much for watching this tutorial. Let me know if it helped you, and don't forget to share this with your friends, and like and subscribe if you want to help me grow my channel and create more useful videos. Thank you very much. Bye bye.